team, I hope you're all well. Today I'm very excited. I am starting my vlog for the NEWTs readathon and I cannot wait. Today is actually Wednesday, so the NEWTs readathon doesn't start till tomorrow, which is Thursday. However, I am going to the Mister's house tonight and I'm staying over, so I won't be able to start my reading vlog first thing tomorrow morning. So I wanted to let you know what I'm planning on reading first, what I'm planning on heading into first for the NEWTs readathon tomorrow, because I'm hoping to at least finish one book while I'm at work and start another, or start two more. I'll tell you what my plan is in a second. But yes, I'm very excited. I cannot wait to start the NEWTs readathon. Also, I am on my camera. So I have been using my phone for the last 10 months. I think I've been vlogging since like September. So I've been using my phone for the last 10 months or so. I've had my camera since about April, May time, but unfortunately I haven't had, like, you know, decent editing software. So I've been editing my vlogs on my phone and then putting them onto my computer and using like a free software to put any pictures in and things like that. However, this week, last night in fact, so Tuesday night of this week, I decided to download a new editing software and pay for it and stuff. It was a cheap one, so that's really good, but it's really easy to use. It's called Windows, I think it's called Windows Movie Maker. It's just a standard Windows one, but it's so easy to use and I'm really enjoying it. Obviously as the years go on I might invest in better ones, I don't know, but I'm really enjoying this, which means that I can use my camera now, I can import the footage on that, and I know how to edit it properly. So it's so exciting because I didn't want to pay £500 for a cam that's just going to sit on my desk. So I'm excited to be using my camera now. It's all good. So this vlog will be running from Thursday the 1st of August until Sunday the, don't even know what the dates are in August, Sunday the 4th, because I just thought I'd start it off on day one of the NEWTs, and I usually run my vlogs Monday to Sunday, so I just wanted to do a shorter, well, I say shorter one, we know what I'm like, I'm already rambling, so that's my plan. Anyway, that's what I'm intending on doing. I do have my NEWTs layout here. However, I think I am going to start a new bullet journal this weekend as well, because I'm really hating how this is looking at the moment. I started this new at the beginning of July because my other one filled up, and I started this one, but it's just an absolute wreck already. Like, this was for the reading rush and it just looks a complete mess. I'm just not happy with it at all. I've already glued loads of pages together in August for the readathon. Like, this is glued together, this is glued together, and I just hate it. I actually hate it. It's getting me down. So I think I'm going to start a new one this weekend. But let me tell you what my plans are for reading. So this was only meant to be quick because I need to pack my bags and have a quick shower and then go to the Mister's. So my intention for reading this week, so my plan is I have a lot of audiobooks on my TBR for my NEWTs. If you haven't seen my TBR for my NEWTs, I'll leave the link down below. But my audiobooks are, so I always want to do my shorter audiobooks first so that I get, you know, like a jump on it. It's really nice to end the first week with quite a few books finished. However, what my intention is to do, I have recently learned that I can get audiobooks from my library, which is so exciting. I get them for, I think it's 21 days, something like that, 20 something days, and I've got 4 of them at the moment. There's another one on its way on the 3rd. So I've got 4 of them at the moment and I've got 19 days left on them, 17 on actually one of them. So my intention is to listen to these first where I can. Obviously I need to read these in order for each of the prompts. So the first book I'm going to listen to is Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. I have this on audio from the library, which is why I'm going to listen to it first. Yay. The audio for this is 10 hours 14 minutes long, but I'll listen to it on 1.75-ish, so it'll take me about 7-ish hours maybe. And this will get me an Acceptable in Potions, which is a friend's favourite book, so this is one of G's favourite books from Book Roast, so I'm very excited to give this a read. I've heard really good things, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm also going to take with me tomorrow Heartstopper Volume 2 to start reading on my dinner and maybe even finish. I get like an hour lunch, so I might be able to smash that. That will get me an acceptable in Transfiguration, which is an LGBTQ plus rep. So I'm looking forward to that as well. And if I finish Dark Matter tomorrow, what I'm then planning on doing is picking up The Subtle Knife, which again I have an audio from my library. That was really weird. Library. And this is 8 hours 54 minutes, so again not too long. And this will get me acceptable for History of Magic, which is read a fantasy. So I don't need this one, but I'm planning on doing it anyway, so I can start that tomorrow and finish it on Friday. Hopefully maybe start another one on Friday. I'm not sure, we'll see. But those are my plans for tomorrow, so I just wanted to let you know what was happening. Tomorrow night I am going watching The Lion King with my mum and dad, so I won't get much reading done when I get back, because we're going for tea straight from work, and then we're going to go watch the movie at 8:30, so it'll be pretty late when I get back from the cinema. So I might give you an update tomorrow night, I might not. It might be Friday morning before I can update you again, but this is why I just wanted to do a quick intro now, even though it's Wednesday 31st of August. So those are my plans. I'm really looking forward to the NEWTs readathon. I cannot wait to do this readathon. All of the books that I have on my TBR I really want to read, so I'm hoping to get to them all, but there are 36 books, so don't know, we'll see. I do have a bit of a plan in place, so my intention is to listen to my library reads first, and then my scribd reads, and then my audible reads, because I get audiobooks from several different places, and then also get through my graphic novels where I can, but possibly leave one or two till the end if I can, you know, just to mix it up a bit. I don't want to smash all my easier stuff and then get left with the heavy stuff, so I don't know. We'll see how this goes. I have a shit ton of audiobooks on this TBR though, so I'm not sure how this is going to work out. I need to find the hours to do this. However, I do have a new bullet journal. This is not it, this is the one I'm working on at the moment. My new one is underneath my camera. So I do have a new bullet journal, so if I get times like on the weekend to bullet journal, obviously I can listen to audiobooks then, because I don't tend to listen to audiobooks at home. I tend to listen to them on my commute to work and home, and then while I'm at work as well, so I need to make more of an effort to listen to them while I'm at home. But we'll see, we will see what happens. So yes, those are my plans for tomorrow. We'll see how far I get with them, and I shall check back in with you tomorrow night or on Friday. Bye for now.
Walk over to our sun as the cold, sterile vacuum of the corridor fills with warmth and light. A wind through the door carries the scent of wet earth and unknown flowers. A world just after a storm. I put my hand on Charlie's shoulder. You ready? He asks. We're right behind you.
Good evening, team. Wow, my face looks red. I'm ready for bed. It is just gone midnight. It's 10 past midnight now, so I got back from the cinema about an hour ago. Went to watch The Lion King. It was okay. I feel a little bit disappointed. The graphics were amazing. Like, the animals looked so good, like being brought to life. Really good graphics. Really enjoyed that part of it, but the music just really bothered me. I really think music sort of makes the Disney films, especially with The Lion King, and it really bothered me. They've like redone all the songs, which I completely understand, but I don't know, they just it wasn't amazing. It didn't blow me away. My mum frigging loved it, but it didn't blow me away. My dad could see my point of view as well, so it was fine. I would probably rate it a 3.5 out of 5 stars though. Like, I really enjoyed the Jungle Book when they remade that and kind of made it a bit more realistic. And if I was to pick the Jungle Book up in movie format and watch it, that's the one I would pick up. But with The Lion King, I would always go for the animated version, I think. But anyway, I just really wanted to very quickly update you on what I have finished, what I've read today. So I've managed to finish 2 books today, very proud of myself. So I have finished Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. This was amazing, not what I was expecting at all. I don't think I'd read the back of this at all before I read it. I've just picked it up because it's one of G's favourite books from Book Roast, and it was my read for Acceptable for Potions, which is a friend's favourite book. So I picked G's one of her favourite books, which is Dark Matter. I can see why it's a favourite. It battered my head a little bit today at work though, because I was listening to this while I was at work, so it did batter my head a little bit, and it took me a while to actually figure out what the hell was going on. But once I was there with it, my god, it was a really good book. I think I'm gonna have to sit on it for a while. I've given it 4 stars so far, but that rating could go up. But I really enjoyed it. It was very, very good. A hugely mind battering though, if you like. It's not a technical term by any means, but I think it's one that I could read again. So obviously I've listened to it this time, but I'd probably try and physically read it next time maybe, because I reckon there's loads that you'd miss the first time round, if that makes sense. So I finished that today, and then I also finished Heartstopper Volume 2 by Alice Oseman. I adored this, it was so freaking cute. I loved it, cannot wait for Volume 3. Oh, I just flew through it. It was so bloody easy. I gave this 5 stars, obviously. It's amazing. And that was for An Acceptable in Transfiguration, which was an LGBTQ+ rep. So I have An Acceptable for Potions and An Acceptable for Transfiguration on day 1. Smashing it. So today's pages, I have read, I've got like a little thing here. I don't know if you're going to be able to read that, but pages read thing. I need to try and keep track of things going on. This is something that I have spoken to like my therapist about and things, just to kind of keep myself on track a bit more and my mood and things like that. Make sure I'm just checking even the smallest little things, like when I'm doing my journal and when I'm reading and things like that. So I'm tracking how many pages I'm reading this month, because I did it for the reading rush and I really enjoyed doing it. So I want to do it again this month, see how many pages I'm reading a day. So today I've smashed 713 pages because I've gone through both of these books, which is amazing. So I'm buzzing about that. That's amazing. Really, really happy. 713 pages on day 1, 2 books down. Really excited. So, okay, I've moved room. I'm now in my library / spare room. My face looks even redder. What the frig. Right, I fell downstairs last night at the boys' house and look what I have done. Look at the state of that. It's absolutely killing me. And also on here as well. Not bad. Went all the way down on my ass, so that's killing as well. So, right, you didn't need to know that, but I was telling you anyway. So I'm gonna read, I think I'm gonna go, this is where I am putting all of my books for the readathon at the moment. For out of bookshelf space, so this is where I've put them all on my ladders. So I'm just hoping I don't need to go in the loft for anything soon, because I have no ladders. Okay, so what I've decided to listen to tomorrow is And Then You Were Gone by I don't know if that will focus. You're gonna focus, yeah, this one by J. Jacobs. This is on my, I've got this from NetGalley, but I've also got it from the library on audio. So I'm going to listen to this tomorrow. It is 10 hours 6 minutes long, so if I don't get it finished at work, which I should, I can listen to it while I am doing some bullet journaling tomorrow. Now this isn't one that I need to take. This is for Care of Magical Creatures, a title that starts with A for like the Aragog thing for the spiders. So, but the reason why I'm doing it is because I really want to read this so badly. which is To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. So I really want to get to this. So that's the reason why I'm doing that one. And also it's just another book that I can tick off on NetGalley, and it's a library book as well, so I can send that back and maybe get another at some point. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Posted day 1, 2 books down, 713 pages. Smashing it. See you tomorrow. Hi team, I hope you're all well. Today is Saturday evening. It's probably not far off midnight actually. It's 11:30 p.m. I just wanted to give you a quick update. I didn't update yesterday. I had a really bad mental health day yesterday, so I didn't update, but I did get some reading done, which is good. So I just wanted to update you on how I was doing. Today wasn't a great day either, but I've just been out with some friends. I'm feeling a bit better and I want to update you. So yesterday I managed to finish 2 more books, so I'm 4 books down and I'm part way through a couple others, which is really good. So the first book I managed to finish yesterday was an audiobook, so I managed to finish And Then You Were Gone by R.J. Jacobs. It was really good. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, really enjoyed it. Pretty good. And then the second book I finished was Saga Volume 4, which again I gave 4 stars. It was good. I'm looking forward to seeing where the rest of this goes. Saga Volume 5 turned up yesterday as well, so I can move on to that when I am ready to do so. And then I also read some of To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee, which I could move on to once I'd finished And Then You Were Gone. So And Then You Were Gone was for An Acceptable in Care of Magical Creatures, and Saga was for Exceeding Expectations in Transfiguration, I think. Yes, it was. Exceeding Expectations in Transfiguration. So I've nailed Transfiguration now. I've got Muse and Nightmares down for outstanding, but I don't need an outstanding in that. I only need Exceeding Expectations. So we'll see whether or not I get to it. But yeah, I then moved on to Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. This is the graphic novel edition. And this is for An Exceeding Expectations in Care of Magical Creatures, which I don't need, but I really want to read. I'm enjoying it so far. I am currently at page 128, which is the beginning of part 2. So this is split into 2 parts by the looks of things. So yeah, it's good. The illustrations are really good. Not fully got into exactly what's going on yet, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's really good. Highly recommend it. I was hoping to finish this today, but I've just not been in the right frame of mind for reading today, so I haven't done. So then today, what I have read today is not a great deal, but I've read a bit. So I've read some more of The Kingdom. I don't know why I'm showing you the inside of that. The Kingdom by Jess Rothenberg. I have gone from page... Why is there no page number? So inconvenient. I've gone from page 21 to page 94, so I've done a reasonable chunk, but I've got this lot left to go. So yeah, it's going well so far actually. This is sort of split up between Anna kind of telling the story of what happened building up to, then interviews between Court and some other people that are involved in what's gone on, and then in like meetings between Anna and the Doctor. So yeah, there's quite a few different takes on this and I'm enjoying it so far. It's good, but I still don't know what has happened yet so far, so we'll see how that goes. And then I also started Ollie Ollerton Breakpoint today. So I think I might have mentioned this the other day. His name actually isn't Ollie. His first name is Matthew. His nickname is Ollie, and I think he just goes by Ollie Ollerton these days, but it's actually Matthew. So yeah, it says it on the inside of the book, but I didn't know that. So I'm currently at page 50. I'm here on chapter 4. I have been listening to this. It's good too. I do enjoy listening to these because they narrate them themselves. I know Ant Middleton narrated his own, Jason Carl Fox narrated his, and Ollie has narrated his, and I assume Mark Billingham's going to narrate his own as well, so I will listen to the audio of that as well. It's good to try and listen to them, I think, because you get the emotion out of them, exactly how they're feeling in that minute. So yeah, it's really good. I'm enjoying it so far. So that is what's happened. So yesterday I've started my new bullet journal, by the way. Just really felt like I needed to. I've not been enjoying how this bullet journal's been looking, so it's really getting me down to the point that it's stressing me out. So I just knew I needed to sort of start a new one. So that is what I have done. I'm enjoying how it's looking so far. So yesterday I read 568 pages. On the first day I read 713. I'm 4 books down so far. I'm not sure how many pages I've read today. I haven't counted them up yet, but I don't think it'll be a lot. I've done 50 pages in this. I've done about 70 odd pages in this, and I haven't read any of this, so we'll be just over 100 pages with these two. But my intentions tomorrow, I think I'm seeing the boy tomorrow, hopefully. So my hair looks a little bit skew with because I got caught in the rain on the way back to the car. It was really nice before. I digress. Yes, I think I'm seeing the boy tomorrow, so I don't know how much reading I will get done, but I'm hoping to do some. I'd really like to finish To Kill a Mockingbird, so that's my intention tomorrow, to finish that. I'd like to get a bit more into the kingdom, if not finish it. Although I am finding that I'm getting distracted easily, but I think that's me more than the book. And then I'd like to listen to a bit more of Ollie, but I don't think I'm going to get it finished. This will probably be a Monday morning kind of finisher offer. But then I'd like to read Descender Volume 2 as well. Now this one is supposed to be for exceeding expectations in... what are we doing here? Goddamn page. Exceeding expectations in charms. However, I also have Descender Volume 3 down for divination and acceptable in divination. So what I'm going to do is just swap these two out because they are interchangeable with the prompts. Just swap these two out and do this one for divination, acceptable, and then I'll do volume 3 for exceeding expectations because I have to finish the kingdom first before I can read that one, and obviously not reading this one is holding volume 3 up, etc, etc. So, oh yeah, my plans tomorrow are to read Descender, finish To Kill a Mockingbird, and get through a bit more of the kingdom, and if I get a chance to, listen to a bit more of Ollie. So these are my plans tomorrow. Obviously not finish them all, but I'd really like to finish To Kill a Mockingbird and Descender, and I could listen to some more of Ollie while I'm doing some more of my bullet journal, so that will be cool if I get a chance to. I don't know when I'm seeing the boy, what we're doing, so yeah, I don't know what our plans are tomorrow, but we'll see. I'll keep you posted anyway, and then I'll wrap this vlog up tomorrow and let you know how far I'm getting on. So today obviously is day 3. I'm 4 books in, so I'm still ahead, which is great, but I don't know how ahead I am because I've got 36 books. There's 31 days in the month, so yeah, I mean, I only need to read 1 and a bit books a day, so I'm still ahead, I suppose, but we'll see if we can keep this up, fingers crossed. So yes, I shall check back in with you tomorrow and let you know how things are going, so bye for now. Hi team, I hope you're all well. Today is Sunday. You'll have to excuse the weather, it is thundering. I was going to film a couple videos today, but unfortunately the weather will not allow me to do that because I think it would just be a bit rude if it was constantly thundering and tipping it down. Also, it's quite dull. The only reason it's quite like this bright is I'm literally sat in the window. So just wanted to update you on how I'm doing with my reading. I am switching a couple things up actually, so I will let you know what those are going to be, because I just want to make life a bit easier for myself already. So to start off with, I have read Descender Volume 2 this morning. So this is for an acceptable in divination, read a book with a white cover. So I read this morning. I've given it 4 out of 5 stars. I'm really enjoying this series. It's very, very good. Obviously ended on a cliffhanger, so I need to get to the next one urgently, which I do have, thank goodness. And then I've also finished off To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee this morning, which gets me an exceeding expectations in Care of Magical Creatures, a book under 300 pages. And I really enjoyed this as well. The graphic novel made it a lot easier to get through than I think it would the physical book. So rude. So yeah, I did enjoy it despite the subject matter. It was very, very good. Really sort of identified some important issues back in the day as well. Well, not just back in the day, to be honest, these are still issues now. So it was really good. I've given it 4 out of 5 stars. I did enjoy it. It was very, very good, and it's definitely one, you know, that I could read again as well. It's certainly one that you could probably get more from the more you read it. So yeah, really enjoyed it. 4 out of 5 stars. So that means I've now got Exceeding Expectations in Care of Magical Creatures and Acceptable in Divination. But I don't need those subjects, so of course I'm making them a priority, because why wouldn't I? Because that makes lots of sense. I also have Acceptable in Potions, which I need an Exceeding Expectations in, and I have an Exceeding Expectations in Transfiguration, which is what I need. So that's really good. Doing okay. I've read 5 books so far, so yeah, that's good. So the changes I'm going to be making... Ooh, let me pick these books up, so many books. Changes I'm going to be making are as follows. So I had The Kingdom down by Jess Rothenberg to read as the Acceptable for Charms, which is a book with a gorgeous cover. However, I'm now going to do this one for Read a Paper book for Charms, which is Outstanding. So I'm no longer going to be reading Girls of Storm and Shadow this month. I've decided to put that back to next month, just because I don't want to have to rush through it. So I really want to read as many of these books as I possibly can this month. So I don't want to have to rush through the book. I really want to enjoy it, and I think I might even want to read Girls of Paper and Fire first as well. Reread that, because it was like, was it last year when I read that? So I think I might even reread that first and then read Girls of Storm and Shadow. It doesn't come out till November anyway, so there's no point rushing it. So I'm currently on page 94 in The Kingdom, but I've put this one back now, which means that book with a gorgeous cover, I am now going to read Saga Volume 5. So I've decided to pick this one because I just wanted something easy, and I think the cover on this is absolutely stunning. Look at Lion Cat, he's so cute. So yeah, I'm excited to give this a read. I'm really excited to continue with this series. I've been really enjoying it. It is a graphic novel series and it's very, very good. So I'm planning on reading this afternoon, and also reading Descender Volume 3 this afternoon, which is for Exceeding Expectations, which is a comic graphic novel or manga for Charms. So hopefully I'll get them 2 read as well today. And then I've just got to read The Kingdom for the Outstanding for that, so that would be really good, which would be fab. Not planning on reading The Kingdom today, but I'm hoping to finish it this week though, which would be cool. And then I've also started Ollie Ollerton yesterday at Breakpoint. I'm listening to this on audio, which is really, really good, and I'm on page 50. I am going to listen to some more now because I'm going to do some bullet journaling while the weather is terrible. So yeah, I just need to put the rest of my NEWTs books that I'm planning on reading into my bullet journal and a couple of other bits, and that will be all up to date. So I thought I would listen to some of this while I am doing that, which would be cool. So if I can get like halfway through this today, that would be really good. And then what I'm planning on doing tomorrow is listening to the rest of this and then moving on to A Court of Frost and Starlight, and hopefully finish that tomorrow. I think it's only like 6 hours something long, so if I can get halfway through this, my battery is about to die, which is great. So yeah, those are my plans. I shall keep you updated. I need to go charge this battery now, so I'll check back in with you later. Bye for now.
I actually got in touch recently, and I told him that he set me on the path. If it hadn't been for that conversation, I would never have done what I've done. When I got back to pool, I had a long, hard think and decided to go for it.
Hi team, I hope you're all well. Today is Monday evening. I'm just going to do a really quick wrap up from the last like 4 days of what I've been reading, and then immediately start this week's vlog off after this. So let me tell you what I read in the last 4 days. I won't tell you what I've got through today because today's the start of a new vlog. So to start off with, I read Heartstopper Volume 2 by Alice Oseman. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars, and I read this for, sorry, I'm just checking my bullet journal, this is really rude, LGBTQI plus rep for Transfiguration, which is an Acceptable in Transfiguration. So I have managed to get to my acceptable. I only need to get up to exceeding expectations in Transfiguration, but I am aiming for outstanding, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I read Heartstopper Volume 2. This is following Charlie and Nick, these two boys here, and in Volume 1 Charlie and Nick sort of build up a friendship, and in Volume 2 it just kind of continues to follow them and see how that blossoms. So you should definitely check this out if you haven't done already. This is a comic, and I believe Volume 3 is coming out next year, so I'm super excited. I cannot wait. This is the most adorable thing I've ever read in my life. It's amazing. I highly recommend it. 5 out of 5 stars. Then I read Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. I listened to this on audio. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I read this for the prompt of reading a friend's favourite book, which is Unacceptable in Potions. So this is one of G at Book Roast's favourite books. It's also one of Kayla at Lala's BooksAndLala's favourite books. Every single time I get that wrong. And I believe Codie at Codie's Book Corner enjoys this too, and also probably Brittany as well, at Brittany the Bibliophile. Those are like my top 4 peoples. I love them so much. So yeah, they all really enjoyed this, and I did enjoy it. Honestly, I think it's one that I listened to it on audio, so I think it's one that maybe in a year or so I will physically pick up and give it a read and see if I notice more. There's a lot going on. Some time travel element in there. It can get a bit confusing. It took me probably, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 chapters longer than it should have done to pick up on exactly what was going on. If you've read this before, you probably know exactly what I mean, but I really did miss the boat on that one completely. So I think if I reread it, I would pick up on more. But yeah, I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. I do highly recommend you pick this up. I can't really tell you what it's about too much without spoiling it, but it wasn't what I expected at all. Completely didn't expect it. To be honest, it's probably one of those where you're better off going into it blind. The less you know, the better. But it can be confusing, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, then I read Saga Volume 4, I forgot what volume this was then, and I read this for Exceeding Expectations in Transfiguration, which is not first in a series, so this is obviously the 4th in the series. I really enjoyed this. This is a graphic novel, and it is told from the perspective of our young'un here. She's adorable. Her parents are of 2 different breeds, and they are being hunted down by the officials. I don't really know what you call them, but it's really, really good, and I really, really love this series so much. I'm so excited to continue on with it, but I am getting a bit nervous because I believe it's like it only goes up to Volume 9, and I believe it's quite upsetting, so I'm a bit nervous about getting towards the end of it. It might still be a while off yet though, because these are not cheap to buy, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, this got me Exceeding Expectations in Transfiguration, which means I have now fulfilled what I need to get for Transfiguration to get my job as a mind medic. But I am sort of aiming to read my outstanding book as well that I've got down for that, which is Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor, but we'll see whether or not I get to it. Fingers crossed that I do. The next book I read then was To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. Oh, by the way, I don't think I told you the rating that I gave this. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. It was very, very good. Then I read To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. This is the graphic novel edition, which I really, really enjoyed, which has been adapted and illustrated by Fred Fordham. I believe by reading the end of this that it's not fully the story, I don't think. It's been adapted, so I don't know if it's got the whole story, and I might be missing bits. But what I might do is in the future reread the actual physical book of this, because I do have it on my shelves. I just really I thought this would be easier, and I've been meaning to read this for ages, and I just thought the graphic novel would be easier, and it's just so gorgeous as well. It's the sort of thing that I would keep forever, to be honest, because it's so beautiful, and it's a really important story as well. There's so much going on in this that's still, it was important back then, but it's still important today. So it's a really important book, I think, and it's just so beautifully done. Really, really enjoyed it. I did give it 4 out of 5 stars. It was so good. Loved it. I do recommend, and that was for a prompt that I don't actually need, but it was, oh, a book that I didn't tell you about before that. Okay, so that was for the prompt of exceeding expectations for care of magical creatures, to read a book under 300 pages. So the book that I read before that, which I forgot about because I don't own the physical book, was And Then You Were Gone. I'll show a picture here. Which was for acceptable in care of magical creatures. Read a book with title that begins with A. So And Then You Were Gone. I don't physically own this. I was listening to it from the library. I do have it on an ebook as well. I do need to leave a review of that on NetGalley as well. I must remember to do that this week. It was really good. Really enjoyed it. Lots going on. It is a thriller. I think that's how I would sell it to you. But it's good, although I did predict what happened in the end, so which very rarely happens with me actually. It's very rare that I predict what happens at the end of a thriller, so nonetheless I enjoyed it. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It was good. So I've got both acceptable and exceeding expectations now for care of magical creatures. I don't need that subject, but alas, I have been making it a priority. I don't know, there's lots of books on here that I actually really want to get to that I don't need for the subjects that I need to get a mind medic, if does that make sense. Never mind. Then I read Descender Volume 2. This is obviously the second in the Descender series, and I read this for an acceptable in divination, which is to read a book with a white cover. Obviously a white cover. This is a graphic novel again, but it's really good, and I do highly recommend it. It's also one of G's favourite books, graphic novels as well. G from Book Roast. And then finally I read Saga Volume 5 because I just couldn't wait. And I read this for, what did I read this for? Oh, so I changed up some of my books. So I ended up reading this for an acceptable in charms, which is a book with a gorgeous cover. I think the cover of this is gorgeous. I love it. I love Lion Cat, it's so beautiful. So I have read this for that instead, and I bumped The Kingdom down to an outstanding, which is paperback, and I've taken Girls of Storm and Shadow off my TBR for this month. I'm going to put it on next month's TBR instead, because I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. This is obviously continuing with the story that I've already mentioned. Really loved it. It was amazing. So first 4 days of the readathon, and I have read 7 books. I know there's a lot of graphic novels in there, but still, there's actually only one physical novel. The rest are all graphic novels. Oh no, there's 2, because I read And Then You Were Gone, which I keep forgetting about. So there's 2 novels, and then the rest are graphic novels, but I'm really happy with how it's going. I've managed to knock off quite a few books, so I'm really happy with that, and it's going amazingly well. So yeah, 4 days in, I think I've read like 1800 pages, and finished 7 books, so I'm doing all right. So I've managed to get 5 acceptables and 2 exceeding expectations, which is amazing. So really happy with my progress so far, and I'm excited to continue with the readathon. So I hope you have had a good first week. I know it's not been a week, it's only been 4 days so far, but I hope you've been having a good one, and I hope you continue with your progress if that is what is happening for you. If not, I hope it picks up for you, and I hope you have enjoyed this vlog. Please give me a like down below if you have, and let me know in the comments how you're getting on. If you've got vlogs going up and I'm not subscribed, let me know. I want to subscribe, I want to see these vlogs, so let me know in the comments down below, and I shall see you soon. Bye for now.